Welcome back to Be Real with Jody. I have a big confession to make. For this whole entire year, I've recorded one podcast every single Friday, sometimes on Saturday, but most every single week. And the past 2 weeks, I didn't do it. And I was like, wait. At first, I was like kind of down on myself and kind of like, oh man, like I guess I really just can't do it. I guess I'm not like a podcaster that can do it every week. And then I've watched my brain start making excuses, right? Like it's like, well, it's Thanksgiving and like I have a lot going on. And then so I would like shame myself first. Then I would start blaming other things. Well, I'm so busy. How am I supposed to do everything, right? And then go back to shaming myself, like, yeah, but you could have done it, right? Like I'm like, remember on Wednesday night when you had 20 minutes, you should have done it then, right? So I'm shaming myself and then blaming my circumstance for why I'm not doing something. And then I was like, oh, wait, Jody. We're not doing that. That's crazy. Like, what actually happened? Let's look at the facts here. You've done a podcast for a year. You didn't do it for 2 weeks. Like, what if it's not drama? What if it's not like this whole like thing about who I am as a person and my identity? Like, I'm not good at following through. No, it's just like you didn't do your podcast for 2 weeks. So what do you want to do, Jody? Not like, oh, I need to make excuses or I need to be mad at myself. I'm just like, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, actually, I just want to record my podcast because I love you guys and I love talking about helping things. So if that could help you in your life, like, is there something that maybe like you kind of like give guilting yourself about that you're not doing? And then you, instead of once that feels too bad, you start saying, yeah, but I'm not doing it because blah, 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 right? Like something is making me not do it. And then you feel bad again. It's like, that's just, you're going to get stuck in a loop. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to continue to do what you're doing, which is nothing like me. Okay. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to shame ourselves. We didn't fall off the wagon. There's not even a wagon. We're just going to ask ourselves, oh, you didn't do it 2 times? No problem. You're awesome still. What do you want to do? Okay, let's record a podcast. Okay. So that's my first confession. I want you to try that. And anything in your life that is kind of weighing you down and making you feel guilty for not doing it. Okay. Don't shame yourself for it. Just be like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do it? If you don't, cool. If you do, let's go. Right. Okay. And then I have this other cool thing, you guys, that I learned, and then I tried it on one of my clients this week, and it was magic. So I can't wait to tell you about it. Okay. So I heard somebody explaining about when someone doesn't like you. Like, I don't know if you've had this experience before where it's like either someone told you, oh, so and so doesn't really like you, or they think this about you, or you just kind of feel the vibe, right? Like when you're around, they're like kind of like standoffish to you, or not really like engaging with you, or not talking to you. And so, what do? I'll tell you what I do when I kind of have the feeling like someone doesn't like me. I start not liking them, right? I'm like, well, what's wrong with me? Like, there's something wrong with them. And then I start kind of distancing myself or trying not to talk to them, right? And then guess what happens? It just makes it more true, right? And that is a normal thing, right? It's not like we're just like, they don't like me. Awesome. I'm gonna go give them a hug. Like it's like that sounds crazy. So when I learned this, it really just flipped the paradigm in my mind and we tried it and it worked amazing. So this is what it was. When you hear or think someone doesn't like you, guess what you do? You treat them like they do. You treat them like they do like you. And I'm like, at first I was like, wait, but how do you do that? And this is what it is. Because when we're all up in their business about what they think about us and how they're acting, it's too hard to like regulate ourselves and be like, okay, what should I do? Should I say hi? Should I not say hi? Right? We're not going to be thinking about who they are and what they think about us or anything. We're going to go back to what we know, which is like, who do we have control over? Ourselves. And so we're just going to decide, I like them. Or we're going to decide, guess what? I'm going to say hi and I'm going to be a nice person because that's who I am. I'm just going to be Jody. Like, I'm just going to be Bailey, or I'm just going to be Heather. I'm just going to be whatever your name is. You tell yourself, I'm just going to be me, right? And what do I like to do? I actually like to be friends with people. I actually like to have fun and say hi to people and be normal, right? Like that's the most fun time that you have is when you're not worried about what other people are thinking and trying to figure out what you should do. You're just like calm and confident in yourself and you're just being you. And that is your most likable state. When you're being your real self, more people will like you. That's what's crazy. we spend so much time trying to figure out what people like so that we can make them like us. But if we could just actually get clear on ourselves and we could kind of relax and calm ourselves down and just be real, more people would like us. So this is what we did in this situation. It was actually like a girl, and this boy had kind of reached out and kind of said that he liked her, but she didn't want to, start talking to him or dating him or whatever. And so she kind of just said like, "Oh, like you're awesome. I like you as a friend, and I'm not really trying to date anybody right now, you know?" And then what do you think happened? Like when she texted him that after he had just kind of said like, "Hey, I kind of like you." What would normally happen? What would happen to you? Like, of course, the boy, I mean, like, he's so nice. He likes her. Of course he does. But he's gonna feel what he's gonna feel. He's gonna feel like embarrassed, shame, and then he might get mad, right? Have you been in that situation before? Like, they say they like you, and then you break up with them or whatever, and then what are they gonna do? They're gonna ignore you, be mad at you because it's not about you, it's about them. They're embarrassed or they feel sad or whatever, and it makes sense, right? And so this girl, she was in this circumstance like she doesn't want things to change, right? She wants to just be cool and normal and friends with him, but he took a chance and said he liked her. And then she didn't want to just say she liked him. She wanted to be true to herself and tell him, like, hey, like, I like you as a friend, but I'm not wanting to, like, be date anybody right now. And he kind of started being short with her, giving one word answers, kind of just like a little bit pouting, right? And she could have just been like, oh, he's mad at me. And then what happens the next day at school? What do you think would happen if you just go with it, right? Then they're not going to make eye contact. They're not going to talk. He might start getting mad. He might start talking about her. She might talk about her friends, right? And it just makes it so weird and awkward. And so instead, instead of just doing what normally we would do, we just decided, oh, he's being short and he's being, like quiet like that because it's about him. He's sad. It makes sense. But guess who I am? I'm a good friend. I'm still going to be friends. I'm still going to be myself. And so instead of like once he got short, she got short. No, he got short. And then she just started like nicely asking friend like questions, And who knows, like he could have still been short, but then over like the next like 5 minutes of her just kind of like continuing to just be herself. Not like, oh, he did this, so I have to do this. It's like, no, he was being short and quiet and pouty, and she just stayed true to herself. Like, who am I? I am like this. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. And I'm gonna treat him like we're normal, right? By the end of the conversation, it was pretty normal. And guess what? The next day at school, she was the first one to just say, hey, how's it going? Not like I'm trying to make you like me still, but just like you don't have to be embarrassed. Like, we're cool. I'm cool. And the truth is, he could have still been mad. He could have still taken it personally and all that stuff. But my friend, the girl I'm coaching, she got to just be her real self. And she didn't have to filter how she's acting and thinking based on how he's acting. She just decided, oh, this is me. This is how I treat people. I'm interested in them. I ask them questions. I'm nice, I'm happy, and like I get it. I've been there before too, so I'm not gonna be mad at him, even if he's mad at me, right? Then it was just normal. It was crazy. And so if you feel like someone's mad at you, or someone maybe not mad, because I mean, if they're mad, maybe we need to talk about it or whatever. But if you just get this vibe that like someone doesn't like you or they're acting off to you, it's really natural and normal to do the same thing to them, right? Like they pull away from you, you pull away from them, and then we're like, well, it's their fault. No, it's my fault. And it's like, no, it's nobody's fault. Sometimes, we're not for everybody. The truth is not everybody's gonna like you. But if they act like they don't like you and then you don't like them, you're just like proving it even more true. But if you just decide, oh, like I'm just gonna tell myself they do like me, like why wouldn't they? They don't know me. And so then you're just like, I'm just gonna be me, and I'm gonna go into this situation and this conversation and in this room and just tell myself like I like them and they like me, and then you're gonna be your real self, and then they're gonna be like, wait, do I not like them? Like they might feel bad about it. They might second guess or like, wait, they're actually cool, right? Or not. Because the truth is, not everyone's gonna like you. But like, why are we gonna give people more reasons to like them? It doesn't actually protect you. That's what your brain's trying to do. When you feel like someone doesn't like you, then you kind of pull away from them. Your brain's trying to protect you. But from what? Like, what happens? If someone doesn't like you, what happens? It's awkward. It's weird. Does it mean something about you? No, it means something about them, right? So so there's no danger here. So what if it'd be cool? I want you to just like experiment and see. You know that person that you have in your life. I have someone in my life like this. Like I have to be around them in certain situations and I just feel this like, ugh, you know? So what do I usually do? I usually kind of just like back away too. But instead, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it this week. I'll tell you how it goes next week because I'm doing my podcast next week, you guys. Um, just gonna pretend, I'm just gonna tell myself I like them and they like me. And then I'm just gonna be me because you know why? Not for them, not so I can make them like me, but because that's way more fun. It's way more fun to just be myself and not get in their heads, try to figure out what they're thinking and try to get mad at them, right? Like try it this week. Treat them like they like you and tell yourself, I like them. Because you know why? Because that's who I am. That's the person that I am. Try it this week. Tell me how it goes. I would love to help you. I have so many clients right now. That's part of the reason I have been slacking on my posting and all the things because I'm crazy busy, but it's like the time of my life. My clients are just killing it. Like they're doing so well. And I've just seen huge growth with their ability to own their own feelings. It's like once you see that you have so much power over your life and you don't have to live the effect of people outside of you, it blows your mind and you can change so many things about your life. So if you want more help with this, text me, DM me, and send this to your friends who need help. I want to help all your friends. Have a good week.